We are excited. We are back. It is another Whitney's Women.
Yeah, and
Whitney's here.
I got all my girls with me today.
You brought
yeah,
this is a squad.
This is a tribe.
Three is a squad.
Yeah, oh, three is a squad.
Yep, I just made that up, but that's what
I
it is.
love it. Well, I got one amazing woman to my right and one amazing woman to my left, and I am so excited to be here to feature their amazing cause, Susan G. Komen. We've all heard that. If you haven't, okay, Amina, you just take it from here. You tell them what Susan G. Komen's all about.
So we are Susan G. Komen, a breast cancer organization. We provide free to low-cost breast health services. We also do outreach and education, and then we also do public policy and advocacy to advance different laws and legislation to help women and men with their breast health care.
That is fascinating because you forget about the law factor. Sometimes you always think about the services, but in order to move the dial forward, you have to have people advocating out there on your behalf for future stuff.
You got it. You got it. We are truly grassroots, so we do everything from the ground up, from going out and doing lectures and health fairs to also fueling research too. We actually fund research too. We're the largest funder of nonprofit funder of research outside the government. So I'm really proud.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's surprising to hear grassroots when I think of Susan G. Komen, because I think, wow, anytime I say it, because of everything and everywhere I've seen you guys. Now, Michelle is sitting to my left, and Michelle, actually, you went through breast cancer.
You know, I didn't go through breast cancer. I went through ovarian cancer, actually. So very related, though. But I know a ton of people. I have family who actually went through breast cancer, and it's you know, such a shocking and terrible thing to go through, life-changing, not only for me, but family, friends, and it's been a passion of mine to help others now and be able to help an organization like Susan G. Komen Chicago really make an impact in so many people's lives, and be able to raise money and support the organization has just been tremendous.
Well, you know, I saw this post of yours a few weeks ago, and it was talking about leaving the hospital, and I think it was your 5-year mark, was it the 5-year mark? And what a celebratory day that was, because when you get diagnosed with cancer, it is a hard road of unknowns, and that's like the hardest part of, you know, kind of the journey is like the unknown factor. Like, you want to know all the answers, but they're not all out there.
Exactly, and I think you know, why we do things like this and why we call this Breast Cancer Action Month is because we want to remind women to take control of their health, right? And, you know, it's awareness, it's getting a mammogram, it's knowing the signs and symptoms, and just being aware of what's going on in your body, because we all get busy, we all have so much that we juggle in our daily lives, and you put things off like tests and mammograms and doctor's appointments, but just getting that test saved my life, you know, knowing that I'm going to go in and get checked. And, you know, people that can't afford it and don't have access to that kind of health care, that's what Komen Chicago is doing, is making that possible, where there's really no excuse and no one should say that they don't have access to that kind of health care. We're here to make that possible for anyone and everyone.
That's right. I'm so happy to hear that you said that, because I agree that breast cancer and certain types of cancer, this is one of those few that if you get a screening, it truly can help increase your quality of life and sometimes save your life.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that was something that was shocking to me too, because as I've gotten older and more aware of my body and kind of just being a mom and understanding I have littles at home that I need to be around for a long time, I've become very aware of like things going on. I've been hearing more stories, and it actually was shocking to me to know that people are still dying of breast cancer, because I would think like by now we've figured out something, but no, we all have to come together for this type of research, for the awareness. And like you're saying, play offense versus defense. Go get those screenings.
That's right. And the biggest thing about that too is there's so much miseducation out there, misinformation, and then you hear all of the things about, oh, it's painful, it's going to hurt, and then just things about, should I go every year, or I don't have any history in my family, and those are the type of things that we still have to do to bring action to this disease, is that making people aware of it, and just like you said, and the access to it. And so at this point in 2019, there really is no excuse for women and men not to get their annual screening.
Right, okay. And when you say do the screening, like a full mammogram?
Correct.
Okay.
So I will start like exactly what you said about knowing your body. So know what's normal for you. So check yourself, of course. And the next thing is has a clinical breast exam that's performed by a clinician or someone in a medical facility. And then after that is the mammogram.
Okay.
So we definitely advocate for that. But I love what you said too. Number one is just knowing what's normal for you, knowing your own body.
Well,
if there's
and
any
that
changes.
was what was interesting. I was in for my yearly, and I talked to the doctor about it, and I've never done that before. And I've been a woman now for 33 years, but this is the first time that I was like, teach me, what am I looking for? And and I felt kind of dumb asking those questions, but it was really important because that's what it comes down to is being familiar with what is supposed to be there, and oh, well, maybe I'm feeling something, like maybe I should get a second look.
That's right.
You know?
And knowing your family history, right? Like the
Right.
fact that Michelle knows that she had this cancer scare, she now can talk to her daughter and her son about the risk of cancer. Same thing with you. And our family, and that's the thing too, is we need to start talking more about our health and not being afraid to ask those questions when you don't know anything. The idea is, what I tell some of our patients too, is that ideally doctors work for you.
Right.
So
Right.
they should be a lot more patient and be there to answer your questions if you have any questions.
They
you
should
feel
be the
comfortable.
patient one.
Yeah,
Did you see what I did there, everyone?
Exactly.
Got that joke?
I know, yeah, I know.
And don't be intimidated to ask questions, because sometimes doctors are in a rush and you feel like you can't get all your questions out, but you need to go in, write them down, and demand that time. They want to give you that time, and I've been lucky to have doctors who I've now become super close with and spend that time with me, and some of them will even give you their emails at the end of the day, and you can get that access. We have amazing doctors in Chicago. We're so lucky, actually, to have doctors like that here. So don't be afraid to ask
Men too.
questions.
And men too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady?
Hey, I'm the only guy in the room, and I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I need to be educated. I really do. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never had to go for a screening, and it's something that, as we're talking right now, it's very important. I know your organization and how important it is. You guys won't stop until 100% of the people go get
Right,
tested.
we're all shaking our heads yes to you right now.
So no, this is
Totally.
great. This is an education for me as well,
Yeah.
and for guys, how important is it?
Right.
Right.
So it's the statistics show about 1 in 100, but that's one that people really should be aware of their family history. I mean, we all heard about Beyonce's father, Matt Knowles, and then several other celebrities too. And I've come in contact with even one of our former board members. It was a male. He had a family history. He has a twin sister who was diagnosed, and his mother. So
Yeah.
he was very adamant about knowing what was normal for him, and he found his own lump, but he found it early enough, and is now a survivor, proud survivor.
That is amazing, and all the work that you guys do, it does go back into the community. And you have an event coming up where people can get involved, hands-on, and support
We do.
Komen
So
Chicago.
one of our second largest fundraiser, our annual gala, is called All Bets on Pink. It's happening Saturday, October 26th, and tickets are on sale. We still have availability. It's going to be an awesome day. We have some celebrity dealers. We have live
Can we name any of
auction.
them or no?
So I think we can. One we have confirmed is Izzy.
Oh, I love Izzy. Actually, I'm getting him on my show. He
He's
was
been a
good.
huge
Yeah, he's
supporter
good.
of Komen and of breast cancer. So we are so excited to have him. We have some other ones that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be releasing a press release, and it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some dancing, like I said, live auction, silent auction, and we'll get to see yours truly there as a celebrity.
Yes.
dealer
Reynolds
herself.
is gonna be one.
I will be dealing, and to be honest, I'm really good at Go Fish, so I'm gonna be studying up whatever this poker stuff is. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna come prepared.
We
Raise
just
a
go
lot
to
of
her
money.
table. Go to her table.
Oh my goodness.
But that's the great thing about this being a fundraiser too, is that it truly is for a good cause. I mean, 75% of the proceeds go right back into our community, and then the other 25% goes to fuel research. So we are truly supporting our mission.
I love that. Where can people get tickets?
Sure, you can get tickets at KomenChicago.org. You're going to see it right on the banner once you click on that website, and you can buy individual tickets and also tables of 10.
Okay, tables
Yes,
of
and
10.
it's at the Palmer House, and it's old Chicago 20s style glam.
Oh,
Great
is that what we're
Gatsby
dressing up
theme.
like?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna have a great night
Oh.
and change lives at the same time. So
Oh,
I
and
hope
don't
you
you
guys
love
can come
that
out.
when it's a beautiful marriage of changing lives and also a
And
good
with the
time.
cause, that's
Yeah,
right.
that is awesome. Okay, so once again, it is the 26th, and the timing is.
It is going to start at 6:30, and it's going to be at the Palmer House in downtown Chicago. And then the website again is KomenChicago.org.
KomenChicago.org. And I also have tagged up Komen Chicago today on my Instagram, so you can see all about them. And I will be there. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to see Whitney Reynolds in her great Gatsby gear.
I know.
I know you got a closet full of it.
Actually, I was just about, you took the
Your
words.
husband with the top hat?
Yes, that's
You
right.
took the words right out of my mouth,
Yeah.
Brady. I was just about to say about my Gatsby closet.
We're same page.
I
Same
know.
page.
Yeah, same page.
Feathers
Yeah.
and fringe.
That's it. Awesome. Well, that was great, ladies. Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you for coming.
And
Thanks
good luck
so
on an
much.
awesome event. And Whitney, you've got a lot of stuff coming up. Per use, it never slows down for you ever.
You know what I love about, just our home base being Chicago is that y'all are in my corner in every way possible. And that is the reason the show keeps growing. And that is the reason our mission is reaching more people. And so I'm really excited to say that now on the PBS app, you can download my show from anywhere. You can just search Whitney Reynolds, The Whitney Reynolds Show, whatever you want to search, and it pops up right there. And so I'm super pumped because we are being a safe space for stories, and that's important because, I'm not going to get too much into it now, but I was once that story as a little kid, and I get it. And I wish that I could go back and tell little Whitney that now there's a safe space for your story. And so it's beautiful things that will unfold this season. Our season opener is actually former racist skinhead that started an organization, and that organization went into a temple, and some lives, actually blood was shed, lives were lost, and one of the guys that lost his dad asked that guy to lunch. And now they are partners for peace. And it is a beautiful thing you'll see unfold on the show. And I'm honored to have both their stories because even when I say racist skinhead organization, it doesn't sound right to even say that in 2020 or 2019, 2020. And with that, the reality is those are around, they have been around, and how do we stop all that and come together for one? And these two men walk us through that. And so that's my season opener coming up on October 21st, so you won't want to miss it.
Kicking it off with some heavy hitters right there.
But you know what? It is something that it transforms beautifully that day. And it was one of those shows that I went into kind of nervous because I didn't want to get it wrong. And what happened was so right of like how they both shared their positions and how they came together and made major life turnarounds.
Well, you're doing a lot right.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot right, and keep
Thank
spreading
you.
that positivity.
You're
Now we
awesome.
can get the positivity on our phones with the app.
Yeah, or your
that.
smart
Or
TV.
your- yes.
Yeah,
Love
or coming up, I'll even have more ways you can get me.
There's no reason not to get Whitney Reynolds. That's a t-shirt.
That is
I
a
want
t-shirt.
persons.
Yes, I know. Well, Brady,
Congratulations.
thank you so much for having me on. And I love the women that we're able to bring in here at iHeart and really just give that voice for women that are doing good things in Chicagoland.
Love it.
Yes,
We'll see you
thank
next.
you.
We'll see you next month.
Yeah, see you soon.
Perfect.
Thank you.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.